Hi guys, Mons here. On this episode of Bolly Mons, we're going to be looking at the Newcastle versus Manchester United game. Just a quick reaction and review from last night's game. Just before I get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, please make sure to hit on the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. So let me just get started here. It's going to be a quick review and reaction from the game last night. Obviously, the game last night ended at Newcastle 2, Manchester United 1. Very, very disappointing result. However, not going to overreact because that's our first defeat in this calendar year. Chef Carrick has been absolutely fantastic since he took over, but last night he definitely wasn't cooking. But let me just go through the sequence in the games. So the game started very, very poorly for Manchester United. Newcastle came out of the gates absolutely flying, but we weathered the storm and then we settled into the game. The game was really going nowhere. We didn't really create that many chances. Bruno was putting chances on the plate for a lot of those players, and none of them were taken, especially in Bruno. And Bruno had an absolute disaster class yesterday. I was very surprised Michael Carrick didn't take him off earlier. I thought the changes were very, very late and poor. Ahmad came on too late for me, in my opinion, especially against 10 men. I thought we looked very, very slow and lethargic. Cunha didn't want to track back. Cunha had no interest in tracking back. And the Manchester United wing backs, full backs yesterday, like they didn't want to go forward at all. I don't know if that was an instruction from Mike Carrick at all, because none of the full backs were overlapping at all to create an overload on one side for any of the Manchester United attack. So it was very, very poor. I felt it was very, very obvious yesterday what Manchester United need to address in the summer. We need legs in that midfield. I know Casemiro is going, however, we need at least two good midfielders this summer. We need Baleba or Sangare from Nottingham Forest. And then we also need Elliot Anderson. Those are my two picks, in my opinion. We need to get either Baleba or Sangare for the defensive work, and then we need Elliot Anderson just for the up and down, get on the ball, spray the ball, ball retention, just everything. He's a complete midfielder, in my opinion. Elliot Anderson, fantastic player. For me, I felt those Manchester United disappeared, especially with the pressure that's when you're playing away at just St James's Park. I felt our luck finding the run out because the last couple of games, that Manchester United team have been riding their luck. I don't think we've played to our best, even against Crystal Palace, against Everton. We didn't play to our best either. I know we got the wins in those games, but eventually your luck is going to run out. You can't keep sneaking in and winning games based on luck, in my opinion. Like I said, Bruno put a couple of chances on the play. For example, Yoro should have buried his header. And Bremo had a couple of chances. There was one, the rebound that came out to him. He hits first time on his right foot. Your left footer, take a touch. You had plenty of time. Take a touch and then trying to place it bottom corner, in my opinion. So for me, Bremo should have taken off. He hasn't played particularly well the last couple of weeks either. Like I said, and Bremo has that trait in him where he has a disaster class, but he also gets a goal or assist. But yeah, yesterday was very, very glaring lacking night. He didn't get a goal or assist, and everyone could see how he was struggling, in my opinion. Cunha. With Cunha, I think Manchester United need a winger, a pacey left winger, because we don't seem to have any pace in that team, which for me is outstanding, because Manchester United, you're known for bombing down the wing with pace, in my opinion. So we need a pacey left winger. I think we missed Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu was pacey. He provided a bit of width in that team. I can't wait till he gets back. Hopefully he can play on the left wing position for us and give us a little bit of more pace. Like I said, in the summer, we need to address that midfield. We need legs in that midfield. Like I said, my wish list is either Baleba or Sangare from Nottingham Forest, and then we also need Elliot Anderson as well. We need Elliot Anderson really badly, and we also need legs in that midfield, because you can see Casemiro was absolutely getting run off his feet and then got taken off. I know he scored a header on his brilliant ball by Bruno. And also, just quick word on Bruno as well. The amount of chances he created last night. I think he's on 14 assists so far this season. Can he break that Premier League record? He should have walked away from St James's Park yesterday with minimum 3 assists, in my opinion. The players let him down big time, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not going to react to this defeat. It's our first defeat in the new calendar year. We have to respond back in the next game against Aston Villa at home. It won't be easy, but Aston Villa are going in a downward spiral. We have to make sure they pay for it, and then we have to make sure we get a victory next game. And the also negative thing about this Manchester United season, because we've knocked out all the competition. I think next game is now for another 10 days. That's a very, very long period of time to wait to play a game. I don't know, it's going to be very hard, because I think since there have been long gaps in between games, we've looked very slow and lethargic. We haven't come out flying out of traps like we did in the first couple of weeks when there were games after games after games when Carrick took over, in my opinion. That's pretty much it. If you make it to the end of my video, thank you very much, and please make sure you hit on the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Peace out.